Hello everybody, it's Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life, and I'm here to do my August layout shares. There's not a ton, I didn't get a lot done, but I really love the ones that I did get done, and all of them were for series on my channel, so there is a process video for all of them. Kicking off this one, which is from Lift and Sketch, is the series I do with Rachel. This was for the scrap lift for this month, and I really love this. So I'm using a collection from is it Close to My Heart? Yes. And I was sent this collection from Miranda. She sent it to me as a kind of a really lovely gift, along with a beautiful stamp, which you'll see in a minute. And I was so touched by the generosity, and so my way of showing thanks obviously is to scrap with it. So I went ahead and did that. I have these two photos. I have a ton of photos from this particular day. We went to our local museum and they had a dinosaur kind of feature going on, and Jackson loved it. So this is kind of one of our very first trips out as a family of 5. Barrett was really little still, but it was lots of fun. So I titled it Today Was Roarsome. Thought that was cute, kind of playful. And then just all the little dinosaur things I've kind of been hoarding as well, along with the collection. And of course I had to highlight the cut-ins, which is the big feature of that layout. So love the way this one turned out, and I have my journaling already, so this can be just filed away. I do plan on having another page, so this is going to become a 2-page layout. And I will get to that sometime before the end of the year. I have plans for it. And then I have this layout, and I still don't have the right photos. So as you can see, these are not actually fully glued down yet. Nothing is actually fully glued down except for this little cluster. I have some other photos to use of Nora, but this was for our Everyday Inspiration series. And the photo inspiration was of some floats in a pool from Dolly, and so I went ahead and took that, and there's my little floaties, and I love this. I think it's really fun. I tried to add some playful elements, did a bunch of stitching, tried to make it as fun as possible, very summery. I used the Simple Stories line from the summer that I've really been enjoying playing with, and eventually there will be the 2 photos that I'm wanting to use. I'll pop those up here so you can see them. And eventually my journaling, once I have those there, I'll probably put my journaling here with a little like label or something. I really do like this little, I've kind of had this forever, not sure how I was going to use it. I was actually thinking it'd probably go in my traveler's notebook, but she's kind of diving into the photo, so I thought that was really neat, and I'm really happy with the way this turned out. It was really fun to play with this, and I did use a cut file. Even though I messed it up, it didn't cut perfectly, I used it, and again, that is my way of trying to use cut files, especially the ones that I'm cutting myself, not the ones from the Creative Cut Clubs, but using them in small little elements to show you some different ways on how you can use cut files without just making it a huge feature on your layout. So just a few different little ideas there. Sorry about that gigantic jet that just went over my house. Here is the layout that was the toughest for me to create this month, just because it is talking about Jackson with his autism, and I always struggle a little bit with that. And this was for documenting the tough stuff, which is a series that Sarah did this month. Every Wednesday she documented one of them, and so we share a link of both of our boys. One of our boys anyways, they have autism, so just kind of where we're at. And I did mine about he just was playing with this puzzle piece, and a puzzle piece is very much kind of a symbol for autism, so I just kind of took it and linked it, and I haven't written my journaling yet. I'm not ready for it, so I haven't done it. It will probably be hidden, but I did stitch some puzzle pieces as well in the cream to keep it kind of nice and toned down, and I used this beautiful stamp, which is the other thing that I received from Miranda, along with these puzzle pieces that I got in my this is back from December dailies, the advent calendar from Christina, and then a little cluster and all of that. These layouts, and Daisy meant it in a good way, and I took it in a good way, but Daisy mentioned to me the fact that a lot of my layouts have this color tone to it. And so I looked back, because I've done now 3 layouts basically of Jackson, really documenting him being autistic, and they are all the exact same color scheme. So it's funny that I really do, when I go to do a boy layout, this teal and navy and cream color tends to be what I do. So I'm going to try to focus on not doing that, just to have a little bit more variety into my scrapbooking. Not that there's anything wrong with using the same colors all the time, but I would like to have a little bit more variety. So I'm glad she pointed it out to me, and I know she meant it as a compliment, and I did take it as a compliment, but I've also taken it as a challenge. So anyways, there is that one. And here is the one for the Moda Tiara hop. So every season we, Moira and the 27-day challenge Facebook group comes up with a bunch of challenges for us to play along with, and then we do a YouTube hop for it. I didn't get to play along in the spring due to just life, but I got to play along for the summer challenge, and it was my challenge that I chose was to document a season, and I took mine as a season change in my life. So love that. And so yeah, I took a photo of me. This is the very first day of me working out, back in, you know, I don't know, I guess it would have been this spring. I had Barrett, he was a few months old. I was ready to start trying to get back into shape, and then summer hit us full force here. We had a pretty warm summer, still really warm, and I'm so ready for fall. I couldn't even tell you how much I'm just done with summer. But so I didn't get to continue it, but I made it for 20 days of this series, which was 80-day obsession. I was really proud of myself for taking that first step, and I did manage to lose a little bit of weight, and I've kept a good portion of it off, which is lovely. So once the cooler weather starts and I can start working out a little bit, be good to go. So that is what this one is documenting. So the challenge was to document a season of something that represents that season. You know, normally it's supposed to be the actual seasons, but I did kind of play a little bit and make it my own. So there's that, using some beautiful Dear Lizzie collection. These florals and this pattern paper I've really been hoarding for a long time, so nice to get that used up. And again, a cut file that I messed up on because I'm still really new to using them. This part got cut off, but I just went with it, butted it up, and just, you can read it, it's fine. So that's how I went ahead and used it. Again, there's a cut file, but your eye doesn't go to this layout and say, this layout is about a cut file. So that's really what I'm trying to do with my scrapping with cut files. All right, on to the next video for Lift and Sketch. This was the the sketch, excuse me. And I had so much fun playing with this. I created the layout including with this stencil, and I liked it, but I felt like something was missing. And so I ended up taking my little black Sharpie, because I have a new one that works really well. And I traced all of my mixed media lines that were available because they're a little raised. And I think the effect that it brought was so fun and just really helped finish the layout off. So I'm really happy I took the time to do it. It took a little while. It didn't take me any longer than it would stitching. In fact, I think stitching takes me longer. So I was okay with it. I would definitely do this again. I like the pop that it brings, and that is how this layout turned out, documenting Mother's Day, and obviously a few embellishments here and there. I am trying to pull out my ephemera and get some of it used up. I used to use ephemera all the time, and I seem to be going away from it, so I'm trying to get more of it on my layouts. So there's that. And then off the board, this was posted late because my boys caught a cold 2 weeks before the end of August, and then basically that last week in August I caught their cold, and I'm still kind of recovering from it here. And so and I wanted to stitch, but my head was kind of hurting and a little woozy, so I couldn't quite finish that part. And then we decided to go to our it's our version of like a carnival on the fair. It's called the Peony in Vancouver, and so we decided to do that on the day this was due, and so anyways, this was up late. I posted it on the Friday instead of the Wednesday, but it was for Off the Board, and it's the series that Crystal did back in July, where she posted a video every single day, and we're now taking that idea and of scrap lifting stuff and getting the inspiration from Pinterest to create a layout and using it as a monthly hop instead. So really excited. I loved that series. It was definitely my favorite thing to do this summer, was to watch Crystal's videos, and that is what this is about. So I went ahead and did that. And this is my take. I'm so sorry about all the noise if you can hear it going on. It's literally the last week of summer. Jackson's home making lots of noise, and now he's okay. I'm sorry. So yeah, so this is my fun take on a video that I saw, really liked, and obviously you can see it up here. I obviously went in a different direction with it because hers was very girly and floral and just kind of basic, but I took mine into a boy direction. It is still kind of using those colors, but I digress. It's just the way I am with boy layouts. I did try to add a couple different pops of colors, but I love this photo. This has been a photo I have been wanting to scrap for quite a while of my little guy. A couple years ago, he got his hair cut, and this is the start of him making funny faces in photos, and I adore it. So I really love this series. I'm really excited to participate in this every month. It will be the last Wednesday of every month that the series comes up, and yeah, so really fun. I'm pretty pleased with this layout. I'm using some collection from Cocoa Vanilla, the Boys Rule collection, so that was nice to get a little bit more of that used up, and then some ephemera from a few other things as well. And to finish it off is my layout of Labor and Love. This was for Quilters Vibe this month, and I got to pick the inspiration, which was the butterfly. I literally just copied the butterfly piece by piece. I messed up on the very first go. There should be an extra square. I didn't have it. I made it work for me, and I love it. I used the Indigo and Ivy collection. I only have the paper pad, but I was able to use it there. Then I pulled in a little bit of Maggie Holmes, my title here, and a little bit of that birthday collection from Crepe Paper, the Hooray collection, that's what it's called, with this photo that was taken. This was my birthday, and Jackson wanted to take a photo with me because it was my birthday, so I thought that was really sweet. And I'm wearing this kind of army green type color shirt, which is not a color actually I wear very often, but it really helped with the colors I felt, and so I was able to do that. And in between every single part of the butterfly I did stitching. So it starts with oh, I can't think of what you call it right now, the loop stitch there, then the back cross stitch, back stitch, and then all of that chain stitching, that's what it's called. So here, that's it, guys. Oh, what a messy video. I apologize. My head is still, I'm up in the clouds with my cold, and like I said, last week, Jackson starts kindergarten next week, and hopefully a routine will ensue. So Quilters Vibe, off the board. Lift and Sketch, Moda Tiara, Documenting the Hard Stuff, Everyday Inspiration, and Lift and Sketch. All right, I will be back with September. I have a lot of things planned because I am starting my spending freeze. So lots and lots planned, and I am really excited to get in. Video wise, I think you get a couple in the beginning, and then there's about a week stretch, I believe, that I might be off, so don't be surprised if you have a bit of a week off from me. Although we are starting a new series, so that might not happen, but just don't be surprised if there's a tiny bit of a break getting Jackson into kindergarten and starting that, and mom being strong enough to get him through that. So thank you for watching, your love and support. I read all your comments. They are so lovely and they make my day. I really appreciate you taking the time to leave me a comment. I am behind on videos, so if you have noticed that I haven't commented on your videos when I normally do, I've watched them. I just haven't had the chance to comment, so forgive me, because I am trying really hard to leave comments when I watch videos, and really heartfelt comments, because I know how they make me feel, and I want you to feel the same way. You all work so hard on your layouts, and I want to give you the love that you deserve for them. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I will catch you all in September. Bye!